Hello, teacher. Good evening.
Hi, Daniel. Good evening. How was your day?
Everything good, teacher. Thanks for asking.
That's good to know. So, let me know the topic you prepared for today.
All right, teacher. I have already prepared, not in 100%, but I was about to finish an idea that of an application that I want to develop, a mobile application. I mean, so this is a presentation. I'm not sure if this is valid for you.
All right. Don't worry. Let's see how it's going. Are you going to share your screen? All right. Yes.
All right.
Oh, that's beautiful. All right. Go ahead.
All right. This is an application called I Will Find You. Let me talk about it a little bit. This is something that I already prepared a few months ago, so I'm going to start. Okay, before explaining the idea I want to develop, I must explain where this was born. On December 19, 2020, I lost a great friend who accompanied me for many years. His name was Tommy, and he was the most beloved dog in my life. He used to go out for walks or to see his friends, other dogs he played with, and for some reason that day, someone picked him up on my street. The moment my family and I found out, we all went out to look for him all over the area, in streets and avenues, nearly without success. We joined many pages to publish the disappearance, and after 5 weeks, we ended up giving up. It was a very hard feeling. It was something that to this day I do not get over. I can only think that he's fine and he is still that great companion that he always was. As a result of that, I'm living that tragic experience because you cannot imagine how painful it is to lose someone who is part of your family and to see that so many people go through the same thing, because that was the impression I had to see. So many daily publications every hour, every minute. At that moment, the idea was born to develop a mobile application called I Will Find You, which through many technological algorithms will make the process of finding your beloved animal easier. Okay, here's Tommy, my big boy.
Oh, he's
Um,
a very
oh, thank you, teacher. All right. And what features will this application have? By having the application and having the need to find our friend, and after being registered, well, when entering, we must describe it as much as we can, what kind of animal it is, what breed it is, what color it is, and if it had something special. All the photos we can send and some description. In addition to detailing in what address or where it was lost, and the latter is very important because from the address and with the development of an algorithm that measures the circumference radius of a considerable distance, it will notify all the people who have installed the application that there is a new lost pet near them and will provide all the necessary information for them to take into account in case they manage to see it. In addition to creating the post, so yeah, that everyone globally by location can see it. Yeah, what if I find the pet in the notification? As easy as clicking I found him button on the post and initiate online communication with the owner. In the best case, to conclude the search for the owner and end the post successfully. From this moment on, the application will have weekly publications catalog, has heroes of the week or heroes of the month, or heroes according to the corresponding date, in which the real heroes will receive the great recognitions they deserve. Each person will have earned stars that in some way classify people as great heroes of the application. Many times you see people offering rewards for finding their pets. And this is something that will not be implemented in the application in the first instance. However, the owner and finder can define their cases personally. Yeah, what do I gain from all this? Yeah, this is an application that will be developed on a non-profit basis. I do not expect to receive anything in return or that someone will finance me by becoming owner of the intellectual idea. However, I will implement two sections in which people who feel that this application help them or helps them in some way can make donations to the idea because somehow this represents implementation costs, operation, maintenance, digital marketing, many factors that make an application can work in today's world. And number two, a section where they can meet the development team of this application. This will help me a lot to enrich my portfolio. I have many ideas equal or better than this, so I need my name to generate an impact on society. Um, yeah, the social impact that this idea can generate can be measurable. Behind all this is expected to generate thousands or millions of smiles and tears of happiness. Everything has a purpose, and with God's help, everything will turn out as great as He desires. And that's all.
Thank you, Daniel. That was a good presentation. Well, the app, it could be very and could be a good idea, right? I don't know if you are developing it.
Not yet, teacher, but I'm going
All
to
right. So,
start maybe at the end of this year.
all right, that could be a great idea, right? I really loved your presentation, right? You got it, right? Because when we want to start something, right? Sometimes, and this happens with all the presentations. For example, when I'm going to present something in front of a company, a public, I don't know, right? We start saying or saying or relating a history, right? And that was your story, right? And that was something I loved because you catch me, right? You catch my attention. So everything was good and now that was the point of the performance, right? Uh, Not specifically as a presentation, right? I mean, you could choose, for example, what is the depression, right? And you start relating a lesson of it, right? But the lesson of your app, it was a good one, right? Congratulations. I really love, and your grammar part is very good, structured. The words that you used to introduce, right? The connectors, everything was good, right? Do you have any question, Daniel?
No, teacher, thank you very much for the comments and yes, I when I read this again before I did this many months ago, I did this I did this many months ago. Yes, I found many mistakes or some mistakes in the writing, but in most of the cases, commas. But now I'm trying to apply my new knowledge in this part or in this text on this story. So yeah,
All
that's
right,
all.
so we can do something. Can you please send me your PDF, right? I don't know if it's if it's a PDF, right? I'm
Yes,
going to
this is a
correct
present.
it, right? I'm going to see for the mistakes, right? The commas and then because we need to talk in third person, right?
Yes.
So once you send me the link, right? I'm going to check it, right?
All right, teacher. I already
This is
sent
going
you
to
to.
this is gonna take me time, right? Because it's very difficult sometimes to creo que lo más complicado es la estructura gramatical. Así que cuando esté listo, te voy a corregir algunas cosas, right?
Yes, teacher, sounds good. Thank you very much.
All right. So how about the practice that we have in TOEFL? Can we
Uh,
practice?
yes, for sure. I'm not sure if we have enough time because you said that that one is kind of harder than the others, but I can do it.
All right, thank you. That's good to know. So, well, we're going to start for one lecture. What this is a passage, right? I'm going to start reading. This is a lecture, right? This is part of a lecture in a biology course, right? So pay attention what I'm going to read, right?
Okay.
So here I go. Give me a second. Where is it? All right. So, all right, pay attention. Human beings aren't the only animals that use tools. It's generally recognized that other animals use tools as well, use them naturally in the wild without any human instruction. But when we can say that an object is a tool, well, it depends on your definition of a tool. In fact, there are two competing definitions, a narrow definition and broad one. The narrow definition says that a tool is an object that's used to perform a specific task, but not just any object. To be a tool, according to the narrow definition, the object's gotta be purposefully changed or shaped by the animal or human, so that it can be used that way. It's an object that's made. Wild chimpanzees use sticks to dig insects out of their nest, but most sticks lying around won't do the job. They might be too thick, for example, so the sticks have to be sharpened so they fit into the hole in an ant or hill or the insect nest. The chimp pulls off the leaves and chews the stick and trims it down that way until it's right size. The chimp doesn't just find the stick. You could say, it makes it in a way. But the broad definition says an object doesn't have to be modified to be considered a tool. The broad definition says a tool is any object that's used to perform a specific task. For example, an elephant will sometimes use a stick to scratch its back. It just picks up a stick from the ground and scratches its back with it. It doesn't modify the stick, it uses it just as it's found. And it's a tool under the broad definition, but under the narrow definition is not because, well, the elephant doesn't change it anyway. So that's everything, Daniel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to share my screen with you for a second. All right. So we're going to try to do it fastly, right? So this is going to be your question, right? Using points and examples from the talk, describe the two different definitions of tools given by the professor. From now, Daniel, you're going to have 20 seconds to prepare your answer. So your time goes now.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do it. Yeah, this is kind of harder of the other ones, but I'm going to try. So I have,
But Daniel, I'm sorry for the interruption. Your preparation time is 20 seconds, so you have time to prepare yourself, right?
oh, okay.
Okay, so it goes now. It's time. So from now, you're going to have 60 seconds to give me your response. Your time goes now.
All right. Yeah, the lecture was about tools for the animals or humans, how can this help to their activities? Like, for example, there is a good comparison between chimpanzees and humans because in some cases, these humans or animals like uses sticks in order to help or improve some activities or functions. For example, I remember that uh, in the lecture it says that a tool is any object that we use it to improve the performance in any activity. So that's why I also remember the comparison of ants because they uses some objects to improve their activities and they can work together in conjunction.
Sorry, it's time, right? Te pasaste 5 minutos, right? And then,
5 minutos?
Daniel, no, 5 segundos, perdón,
Okay.
right? So we have to be clear and punctual with our answer, right? This is a biology passage. This was a biology passage, right? But I noticed that you had one mistake about the use of plural, right? You said they uses, right? And the correct one was they use,
Yes,
or
teacher.
if it's the past they used, right? Then uh, you spend almost well, how much? Give me a second. You spend almost a minute, right? Trying to explain the definition of the lecture, right? But you didn't near to describe me the difference, right, between the two definitions, right? So you only had to take the point, right, and the examples, right? But in one way it is linked with the definition, right? So te has tomado más tiempo, casi un minuto, tratando de explicar el concepto. Entonces hay que ser más puntuales en nuestras respuestas porque solo tenemos 60 segundos. Entonces hay que entender la pregunta, right? Tenías que describir las dos definiciones, right? En conjunto a eso, tratar de dar un poco más de ejemplos, no todos los ejemplos, porque creo que mencionan 3 ejemplos, si no estoy mal, y hacerlo de una manera más puntual, cosa de que te sea suficiente utilizar los 60 segundos, right?
All right.
Sí ha habido un poco de redundancia, no ha sido mucha, sin embargo, es tiempo que perdemos, que nos puede servir para seguir con nuestra lectura, right? En la siguiente llamada te voy a mostrar más o menos cómo puedes seleccionar la información necesaria para poder dar un buen speech, right?
All right. All right, teacher.
All
Sounds
right,
good. Teacher,
yes.
to be honest, yeah, I tried to just speak because I didn't uh, notice the different definition of tools. I just remember, yeah, the first one, but then the other one I didn't get it.
The broad definition, it was more easy, right? Because es como
Oh,
well,
yeah,
I'm
that
going to
this
explain
is
you
what
the
I
next
said.
part. Yes, pero el que te ha sido complicado ha sido el narrow, right? The first one, the
Oh,
narrow definition, right? Entonces tenemos dos definiciones, a narrow definition and the broad one. El narrow definition es como que la idea contextual de qué es lo que significa, right?
is your about both definitions are kind of same?
No, are different, right? Because the narrow definition says that the tool is an object that is used to perform a specific task. But the broad definition says that an object doesn't have to be modified to consider a tool, right?
Oh, all right.
Sounds
Thank
a little bit, this could sound similar, but they're completely different, right? Because
you.
there are two
Yes.
different definitions, right?
I was about to write both names. That's what I forgot narrow and the other one. So, okay, teacher, sounds good. I'm going to take in consideration for the next one.
All right, at the next class, I'm going to show you how can you prepare your answer, right? How could you take the important information, because we have wordy words, right?
Mhm.
Wordy phrases that it's not important at all, right?
All right, teacher. Thank you very much.
All right, Daniel. So we're going to stop until this part, please. Thank you for your attention. It was a really good presentation. I'll launch the poll. You can fill it and see you tomorrow. Have a great night.
Okay, teacher, have a great night. It seems
Thank
to
you.
nobody joined to the classes.
Yes, I guess it's who is this new student? Will know. I don't remember his name,
Hugo?
but I guess yes, he has some problems. He's still he's continuing having some problems with this with Zoom. I don't know. I'm going to try to solve it.
All right, teacher. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Bye bye. The fuck. Oh, all right. Hi, Natalie. Good evening.
Hi, teacher. Good evening.
How are you? How's everything?
It's everything good. Thanks for asking.
That's good to know, Natalie. So, can you please let me know about your presentation? What it's going to be about?
Yeah, it is going to be about what would happen if the Earth still axis were right.
All right. Do you have a presentation for it? Some pics or something like that?
Oh, I have the text. I wrote.
Only the text?
Yeah.
All right. Can you please share it with me?
And by WhatsApp or
Yes, please.
okay. Then give me a moment, please.
Sure.
Okay, I send it to you.
All right, thank you. I'm going to check for it. Give me a second. All right, so when you're ready, please, you may start.
So I have to read it.
Well, you know what is the point of this? Is to give your performance of something, right? Like how can I explain this part? Like yes, as a similar way as a speech, right? So you can start, please.
Okay.
Natalie, I'm sorry for the interruption. Did you see the video I sent?
No.
All right, that was something about how can I say it? Okay. I'm good. Can you please check it? Oh, but it's going to last a minute, right? No, continue, please. We're going to continue. So when you're ready, please start.
Okay. Have you ever asked what would happen if the Earth still acts as buried? First, we're going to start with a little story. A long time ago, when the Earth was young, something big collided with it and moved it off center. So instead of rotating on the right axis, it is now tilted a little bit. The large object that hit the Earth was a planet, about the size of Mars, called T. It caused a big hole. It caused a big hole in the surface. That strong impact put a large amount of dust and debris into orbit. Most scientists think that, over time, that debris became our moon. So, the Earth remains comfortable in its orbit with a tilt of axis of about 23.5 degrees. But what if it were 90 degrees tilted, for example? It would not be the Earth we know today. It would be no longer before total chaos would ensue. One of the most important consequences of the tilt of the Earth is, as we already know, the seasons. Seasons occur because this same tilt points to different parts of the planet throughout a year. Therefore, different parts of the planet receive different amounts of sunlight when it's in translational motion around the sun. And that is where a more extreme tilt would start to cause a problem. In summertime in northern hemisphere, places far north, such as Alaska, receive 24 hours of sunshine for 82 days in a row. Because the Earth is tilted sufficiently on its axis as the planet rotates, Alaska never receives direct sunlight. On the other hand, for example, in the United States, they receive a maximum of 17 hours a day because after that it is night. But if the Earth were tilted at 90 degrees, the United States will receive sunlight 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for months on end. And not just for the United States, but for the entire Northern Hemisphere. At first, animals would take advantage of the extra light to find and eat more food. And vegetation growth would multiply, and they would get energy directly from the sunlight. But while animals and plants could thrive in this new environment, humans could not. We evolved to be active during the day and sleep at night. But if we were exposed to endless sunlight, our brains would stop producing the melatonin hormone, which we need to be able to sleep at night. And this could lead to sleep deprivation, depression, even a more severe and chronic disorder called seasonal affective disorder. But that's less of a concern than flooding. Temperatures at the North Pole would double to 28 degrees Celsius from 15.5 degrees Celsius. That would be warmer than temperatures of the equator today. As a result, the ice sheets would melt, causing the sea level to rise 7 meters, thus causing the flooding of all coastal cities of the earth. And that in the summer season, because the situation would not improve, then winter arrives 6 months later, out of the direct reach of the sun rays for months. The hemisphere would become the coldest of any winter on record. Consequently, all vegetation and animals would die from lack of sunlight. Ecosystems would collapse and mass extinction would ensue. Then, because of these extreme changes, the Earth would have no chance of developing complex life. Because if the Earth were tilted at about 90 degrees, its pole would be pointing towards the sun. Then, for 6 consecutive months, one hemisphere would be hidden in darkness, while the other part would be roasting in direct sunlight. The poles would absorb so much heat from the sun that they would not even freeze in the 6 months without light. With an axis still of 90 degrees, much of the equator would be completely covered with ice year-round. Temperatures inland in the daytime would be hellish and reach boiling point. Clouds might help keep all the water on the planet from evaporating, but we wouldn't know that. We wouldn't last long on this planet. In the scorching heat would be the best case scenario that would have some type of bacteria as survivors. These bacteria could evolve into more complex forms of life, but they would not become as complex as we are. The reason would be the lack of oxygen. In conclusion, if something were to change the tilt of the Earth's axis, the blue planet would have no chance of developing complex life on its surface. This new environment would be completely uninhabitable for humans. So let's be thankful that the Earth is tilted exactly as it is.
All right, thank you, Natalie. That was a good speech. I really loved it, right? So this is an interesting topic, right? Because we are able to understand how does it work, how does everything, and how our planet works, right? So something that I want to correct you didn't have mistakes of spelling, right? Or well, I didn't find it. So I'm going to ask for you're going to give me a little more time, please, to see if you have some mistakes, right? Then in the almost in the last paragraph, in the scorching heat would be the best case scenario that will have some types of bacteria survivors. The best one, right? The correction, right? The clarity, right, would be the scorching, right? Without the preposition in. The scorching heat would be the best case. When we're going to use best case, we need to use an M dash, right? Because our contrary words, the best case scenario, right? That would have, we're going to make that part because it's a wordy phrase, right? And with some, instead of it, we're going to directly use with sometimes a bacteria as survivors. That's everything, right? So another point that I want to take, when we're going to present this in front of our class, right? I need to, maybe it will be better, right? If you take some points, right? Some key points of your presentation, right? In order to have a little bit more, precision, right? What do I mean with this? When we're going to present our speech in front of a public, right? In front of public, we have to, we can't read actually, right? It is a little bit unpolite, right? So that's the reason why I could suggest you, right, to take some key points, right? Some key points that are going to help you to identify which is first, which is second, right? All of this to avoid the reading, right? It's not bad, but when we are going to present something in front of a public, it sounds, or it is unpolite. The best of your presentation, the topic you mentioned about, you talked about, it was very, very interesting. I really love it, right? So please give me more time to see what are we going to correct, right? The use of commas, right? We have some sentences that are not in the correct use, right? Is it okay, Natalie?
Yes, teacher, thank you for all your feedback.
All right, and something that I was forgetting, maybe it could be a good idea though to add some pics, right? When with a point, right? To, for example, when you're going to see the picture, you know what is going to be the next point that you're going to talk about, right? Tratar de poner algunas imágenes, Natalie, cosa de que directamente las pases, te veas la imagen, te acuerdes de lo que tengas que leer en conjunto con tus puntos clave que has mencionado, right? Va a ser una excelente preparación porque has empezado con alguna buena introducción, right? Esa es la parte que me ha encantado. Y bueno, el resto vamos a estar corrigiendo. Así que, I don't know, Natalie, if you have any question.
Yeah, I forgot the day we are going to present this complete.
I'm sorry?
What is the day we are going to present this TikTok complete?
I'm going to see how is your classmate, how is the presentation of your classmate. According to that, because we have two weeks more, if I'm not wrong, right? According to it, we're going to prepare the TikTok, right? We're going to make the presentation, but I'm going to let you know with time, right? With enough time.
Okay, teacher. So I have to learn this whole text and like...
Well, no es como aprenderse de memoria, Natalie, sino que esa tiene que ser un tema del que sepas, ¿ok? No vale, por ejemplo, si yo busco la información en Chrome y agarro la información y la copio. No. Incluso yo tengo una aplicación que me ayuda a detectar el plagio, porque yo soy bien cuidadosa con esas cosas, no me gusta, ¿ok? Entonces, es mejor si sabes del tema y por eso te digo que puedes aplicar un poco de imágenes, de dibujos en transición, lo que tú veas necesario. A lo largo de esta semana les voy a pasar yo una aplicación que les va a ayudar para que no sea tan moroso, right? El hacer el tema de la presentación, porque también llama la atención, right? Más allá de tu primer párrafo que me encantó demasiado porque has empezado con una buena introducción, también hay que seguir manteniendo la atención del público, right? No es como que te aprendas de memoria porque para eso tenemos las fotos adicionales que vamos a añadir en tu presentación. Entonces, un día antes de la presentación me van a enviar todo, cosa de que ya esté hecho, listo para presentar, right?
Okay, teacher. Yeah, I'm going to make the slides.
All right, thank you, Natalie. No es necesario que haya texto, ¿ok? Mejor si no hay texto, cosa de que veas las imágenes, digas, ok, de eso voy a hablar, y las organices acorde a tu texto. Voy a estar corrigiendo, por favor, el uso de comas, la voz pasiva, voz activa en tu texto. Me vas a dar tiempo porque tengo otras presentaciones que me han enviado tus compañeros, y con eso les estaría corrigiendo, right?
Okay, teacher. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Natalie. I launched the poll. Can you please fill it? And that will be everything for today. Have a great night. I love your presentation. It was a good one. I really love this topic, right? And that will be everything. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you so much, teacher. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. Bye. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hugo, good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Hi, how was your day?
Too hard.
I could imagine. So, I don't know if you prepared
Mm.
the topic of today, Hugo?
Sincerely, I no, teacher. I only have my topic, but I decided my topic 10 minutes ago. I finding information, I'm getting information, but I'm not sure what is the main idea in this. Then I would like to get an explanation, please.
Of course. Yes, don't worry, Hugo. You know what is the reason of it? Well, yesterday I didn't have enough time, and I apologize for it because I have another job, right? And then at the end of this one, I have to run to my other job, right? So
Okay.
that's the reason of why I couldn't explain. And at the last time of the class, I remember that part, right? So I'm going to show you, right, 2 samples of your classmates, right? This one is for one of your classmates, right? I will find you is the lesson that he prepared, right? It's an app, right? As you can see, there is too much text, right? But I told him that he has to correct that part. On the other hand, we have this one that is from Natalie, right? She talked her TikTok talk about what would happen if the Earth title exists buried, right? So here is a large text, right? And it lasts 15 minutes to make her speech, right? So I'm going to show you another thing. Give me a second. Where is it?
Teacher,
Yes.
could you share me the file or the document, please? Maybe
Of your classmate.
for WhatsApp.
What document do you mean?
PowerPoint, the last.
They're going to send it in our WhatsApp group, right? I always ask to the students if they are able to share with the class, right? Because it's not my document, right? So give me a second, please. Or I'm going to share with you. No es muy complicado.
Una de mis metas es dar una charla TED.
¿Puedes ver?
Pero como aún no tengo la oportunidad, decidí que era
Can you see my screen?
Of
All right,
course.
pay attention to it, right?
buena idea hacer una TikTok. Con la única diferencia de que esta va a durar 1 minuto. El tema de hoy es nunca cambia.
All right. As you can see, she chose a topic, right? Never change, right? That's the title of her TikTok. Un TikTok, right? Un TikTok es como una presentación, alguna lección, algún tema que tú escoges del que sabes bien de lo que vas a hablar y que lo vas a presentar frente a un público, right? Tenemos TikToks que duran 3 minutos, que duran 15 minutos, con la finalidad de poder dar otro punto de vista acerca de lo que vamos a hablar, ¿no? El tema de esta chica, que es una de mis mejores amigas, right, que es Adri Navi, escogió el tema Nunca Cambies. Así que tienes que escoger, Hugo, un tema del que tú estés familiarizado, right? Yo no puedo escoger, por ejemplo, el tema de la tecnología. Si a mí no me gusta la tecnología, no la voy a poder, no voy a poder explayarme con ese tema porque no lo conozco, no es de mi agrado. Sin embargo, puedes escoger temas morales, temas de biología. Hay muchos temas en los que puedes estar familiarizado. Es una libre elección, siempre y cuando, y la condición es que sepas de lo que vas a hablar, right? O que por lo menos investigues, por lo menos sea de tu agrado, right? Porque no voy a escoger algún tema que no me guste, entonces no voy a poder explayarme al 100% si no se nota que sé del tema. Así que ella escogió Nunca Cambies. Vamos a ver cómo funciona.
Hay algo que la mayoría de las felicitaciones de cumpleaños tienen, y es que al final de los buenos augurios siempre le deseamos al cumpleañero que nunca cambie. Te quiero, Marco. Gracias por ser tú. Espero que nunca cambies. Pero, ¿por qué le deseamos a la gente algo tan egoísta como el estancamiento? Un día leí una frase en inglés que me gustó mucho y decía, querer a alguien a largo plazo significa asistir a los funerales de todas las versiones que esa persona en algún momento fue. Y es que eventualmente nosotros debemos de ser todas nuestras versiones de la vida. Ponte a pensar, sigue siendo tú la misma persona
No,
que eras.
I didn't get that main idea. You maybe do you have another specific topic because I don't know.
All right, give me a second.
please.
El punto de esta chica es que está dando una charla, right? De moral más que todo, ¿no? Entonces
Ya.
te decía que ya depende de ti escoger qué. Ahora te voy a compartir otro video, right? All right. Este es un TikTok ya muy bien realizado, right? Que lleva demasiado tiempo, pero más o menos así tiene que ser. Algo similar hizo una de tus compañeras. Vamos a ver.
Last summer, when I was alone in Tallinn, Estonia, I had to face a challenge. This challenge was this simple phrase, and many others like it, tere tulemust. I presume none of you speak Estonian? I take that as a no. So, and I was in the same situation as you are right now, back in the last summer, because I never spoke Estonian, never read an Estonian book, never watched an Estonian movie, never actually listened to an Estonian song, or met anybody from Estonia.
All right. So the lesson of this guy, right, he chose how to learn languages effectively, right? No tiene nada que ver con un tema de biología, sino de aprendizaje. Entonces, ha iniciado contando una corta historia, right, que es lo que tus compañeros también han hecho, han empezado a contar una historia o con alguna pregunta redundante, cosa de captar la atención, ¿no? Ya depende de ti, qué vas a poner, right? No hay pasos para eso, tienes que dejar que...
Could be, for example, I could talk about, I thought about a specific topic that was the importance of doing exercise. I start, for example, short story, right? Short story, short examples.
Yes, you got it, right? That's the way that we have to develop our topic that we're going to talk about, right? So it's a short story, right? Or maybe, a story time that you have.
Maybe a joke is good in that, right? A joke and refer with the main topic.
Yes, for sure. Siempre y cuando sepas el tema de lo que vas a hablar, right? Acá está mostrando algunas fotos, puedes escoger, es totalmente algo libre que puedes hacer.
All right, I got it. Es más, ya lo tengo más claro. For example, I could say the importance of doing exercise. We always said tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym, but tomorrow never arrive, I never go. Then you always say tomorrow, and the main idea is it's I'm going to talk about a short story, right? Short story, some funny.
Yes, you got it, right? So you may start, for example, saying, all right. You may start, for example, saying, I don't know, the point of this, when I was younger, I had overweight, something like that. And then with that story time, you're going to continue with your whole presentation, right? Do you get it?
Yes, now it's clear for me. Sorry, teacher, sorry, because sincerely, I don't have time, teacher. I woke up 5 a.m. and I arrived to my house around 7 p.m.
Yes, I could imagine.
Yes, I received your class in my office.
Yes, I could imagine, Hugo, and that's something I appreciate because my schedule is similar, but I have classes at morning, right? I wake up at 5 a.m. I go to the gym, then I go to the university the whole day, and I have 2 jobs. Can you imagine? My time is
yes, I have 2 jobs too.
Hugo, I'm so sorry for the interruption, right? But your classmate is here, right? So we are going to stop until this part. Don't forget your presentation, right? Do it when you have time, right? And I'm going to wait for it.
Yes,
so
please share me more example, please.
All right, I'm going to share with you, write some examples of it, and that's everything, right? Thank you
Okay.
for your attention. If you have any question, please let me know. Can you please fill the pool? And the next time, please, in order to have more time, be on time, right? All right, thank you. When it's done, let me know. So, hi guys, hi Wilson, hi Pao. Oh my goodness, this guy didn't say me bye or good night, something like that. Hi Pao,
Yeah, hi.
Wilson. Wilson, I read your message right back. I was with Wilson, so I couldn't answer you, right?
Yeah,
So,
teacher, pensé que esta era la última clase.
no, the last one is
Síganos.
from Pao, right? Pero
Ok,
Wilson, te
teacher.
comento que yo tengo que volar a mi otro trabajo, tengo que ir a presentar unos documentos
Oh,
y me van a esperar más o menos unos 15 minutos, right? Así que no sé cómo podemos hacer. Si gustas, me puedes enviar tu presentación, right? Y mañana podemos ver la opción de hacerlo, right? O
ok.
como decidas, puedes pensar en alguna idea y yo estoy dispuesta a aceptar. ¿Sí?
Ok, teacher. I'm gonna
All
send
right.
you
Thank you
the
for your
presentation.
comprehension, Wilson.
Thank you so much, teacher. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry, it's okay.
Good night, teacher. See you.
Good night.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Now, what is the topic that you're going to talk about?
Well, I choose how to find the best job.
Oh, that's a good one. Can you please? I don't know if you prepared. I'm sorry. I don't know if you prepared the PDF or something like that to share.
Yes, I don't know if you can. So,
All right. Yes, it's loading. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Or yes. Yes, I can. Now I can.
okay. Oh my God. Okay. So I to start?
Yes, please. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. Good evening. Today I would like to talk about how to find the best job. I will tell you about my experience, and I will. Well, I am a chemical engineer, and I remember that when I was a student, the friend for my father taught me that for my area there is a lot of work, but when I finished university, I couldn't find a job, and I feel like this. Imagine that Hercules says, how am I supposed to prove myself a hero if nobody will give me a chance? So, and I think everyone deserves an opportunity to show what do you know and how to do. So finding anything at first, I decided to help in my dad's factory, but it wasn't that I expect, and I quit because I didn't feel happy. And I felt that bad taste, that I was missing something. So I decided to keep looking. I applied to many places, and first no one called me and always say why. And I doing what I am doing wrong, why don't they call me? And I start reading about how to write a CV. What should I say in an interview? But more than anything, I start to read the newspapers ads and see what they ask for the job or companies where I would like to work. Because looking for a job is easy, but to be called because you are what they are looking for it is the hard part. Listening to my friends who were exploited, paid the minimum and had no time for anything and felt unhappy make me more feel bad, thinking that I wouldn't have to go through the same thing. I remember that at the beginning, I sent everywhere in one of these opportunities. And they called me to be part of a public institution in which they made me give some evaluation, and luckily everything went well. And one day they told me to present myself in another city. I was so surprised. I went to pick up the invitation letter, and the job was in that city. The truth is that I say if about the salary was not too bad, but if I want to live there, I want to know how to manage my money. And I have to leave my house, and it was quite a challenge. I think that it was one of the best experience because I went to a different place. I consider that the public sector, they teach me many values. Says that we come from different cities, but we all support each other. I always have a good job environment, and also I was lucky to have a good bosses who give me a new challenge. This teacher.
All right, I really love your presentation. That is a good one.
Oh, I forget to change. I have to.
Yes, I remember at the beginning I saw some slides and then I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Paul. That was a good presentation. I don't know, Paul, if you prepared I don't know, for example, in your paper you wrote some key points or something like that.
No, yet I didn't have too much time, teacher. I'm so.
It's okay, don't worry. No, it's okay, don't worry. I'm saying this because I need to see. I noticed that you had some mistakes with the use of the time tenses, right?
Yeah.
I have to correct that part, right? And so then that's the reason now of what I asked you. It's not necessary, Paul. So something I could recommend you, right, is to have or to write some keywords, some key points, right? Or if you feel comfortable with only the use of pictures, it's okay, right? But you know, the most important is that you feel comfortable with this, right? You feel comfortable with the topic you are going to talk about. I really love your experience. That's something that we always have to pass away, right? So I need to correct your speech, right? So when you have time, please let me know, right? Send me you may write. It's okay if you only write from WhatsApp to my chat. It's okay. I don't have problems with it, right? And I'm going to correct those mistakes you made, right? In order to have our final presentation in front of our class, right?
Okay, teacher.
All right, thank you, Paul. So what else? I don't know what else. I was near to say something. Oh yes, can you please send me your presentation, right? I'm going to wait for it. And all right. So don't forget, try to send me some. I'm going to show you something. All right, give me a second. All right, that the lesson, or well, the topic you present, it was very interesting, right? That's something that I guess for a second we always have for or pass for that situation. But now, how do you feel, Pao?
I'm confused.
Yes, I could imagine. Are you working, Pao?
No, teacher, but I have I have 3 offers, but I don't know how to choose how to choose one.
Maybe I mean some similar situation, right? And something that is helping me is to ask, I don't know, people who work in that place, people who work in that place, maybe, and see what is going to be the work about, right? Because we sometimes goes to how is the salary, right? But if we don't feel comfortable, we feel very upset, right? And we don't have the energy to go to work, and it's a completely mess. And that's something that is happening to me, right? Not with this job, right? I really love my job, but I have another one, and I worked in that company for 2 years. I'm 2 years in this company, right? But there is a point that I'm completely full, right? That point that you don't know what do you have to do, right? And the best advice that I could give you, if you let me, is to try to follow your what the other pause says, tratar de seguir tu instinto, right? That's gonna help you, right? Sé que suena muy básico y la gente te va a decir, ay, no, el salario y ay, no, de que el ambiente laboral y demás también es importante, pero creo que uno siente y puede presentir de dónde es o qué le conviene. Y cuando digo que te puede convenir, que puede ser conveniente para ti, es cómo te sientes estando en ese trabajo, right? Because something that nobody told me, right? And my mother always told me, you have to work and work and work and work. And now I'm suffering the consequences of it because I always try to do my best, but I'm not happy with my other job, right? So try to see what do you want, what are your what is your expectation of that job that you are going to apply, and with that you are going to feel comfortable. Try to meditate, right? Try to see what is going to be the best for you in order to, for example, when you're going to wake up at morning, right? And in order to not to feel that feeling that, oh my goodness, Monday again, I have to go to my work, right?
Yes, I
That's
know
not
that
the correct. Yes, that your work not always is going to be fun, but it's like, oh, tomorrow I have to go to work tomorrow. It's okay, because I love my occupation. I love what I'm doing, right?
Yes, I agree with you. But it's difficult because I have one opportunity here in Cochabamba, I have another in Tarija, and another in Santa Cruz.
But when do you feel, I don't know, comfortable with? For example, I couldn't live in Santa Cruz, right? That's impossible. But I would live in La Paz, for example.
No,
right?
I live in La Paz. It's not the best idea.
Oh my goodness, are you living in La Paz?
Yes, I worked there for 2 years.
My goodness, I thought you were living in Cochabamba.
Now, yes. Es que trabajaba en el sector público, entonces vivía en La Paz. De ahí me botaron, me fui a la cervecería, trabajé 6 meses, mi jefa me hizo la vida imposible y postulé para venirme acá, pero la señora nunca me apoyó y se me cayó el proceso que tenía para venirme a vivir a Cochabamba. Y renuncié porque no aguanté. O sea, dije, no quiero volverla a ver más. Ya no podía, era muy mala.
Está bien, y está bien, tienes que saber cuándo tienes que irte. Sin embargo, trata de meditar algo que sí me ha servido hoy día, porque estoy casi en la misma situación. lastimos, no sé si voy a renunciar, no sé qué voy a hacer, estoy totalmente perdida. Y me han recomendado pensar con cabeza fría qué es lo mejor para ti, dónde te sentirías más cómoda, tratar de ver por tu felicidad, no tanto por el sueldo, porque finalmente el dinero va y viene. No puedes ser muy materialista, pero finalmente no te va a servir de nada tener dinero si van a explotar tu paz mental. Y a lo que me cuentas, puedo ver que priorizas tu paz mental y está bien, o sea, no te sientes bien y te vas. Entonces, trata de meditar con cabeza fría y tratar de ver opiniones acerca del trabajo. No sé, tratar de buscar cómo más o menos es el ambiente laboral. Tómate el tiempo de decidir, porque no es una decisión fácil, va a ser tu otra casa finalmente.
Sí, es que Tarija es otra vez la cervecería, pero ya no está la señora, digamos, ¿no? Y bueno, sí es un montón, ¿no? De trabajo, sé que me van a explotar, pero no es mucho el sueldo. Acá es una clínica que no va con mi carrera, pero es trabajo.
No todo tiene que ir con tu carrera, Pau. Sin
Y
embargo, si no te sientes cómoda, pero por el contrario, si te sientes cómoda, pero no es de tu carrera, está bien. No siempre se tiene que seguir con todo así. Salir de la U y encontrar tu carrera, perdón, encontrar el trabajo relacionado a tu carrera. Eh, Porque si te pasarías en eso, no sé si se podría estar en o podrías encontrar el mejor trabajo para ti. Ahora podrías intentar, ¿por qué no? Podrías ir a visitar el lugar, ver qué tal es, pero si te vas a sentir bien, right? Porque tampoco es como que igual tu paz mental, también tienes que ver el tema del suelo, porque finalmente de eso vas a comer, ¿no? Trata de buscar un equilibrio más o menos, y no siempre tiene que estar relacionado a tu carrera. Yo trabajo en una ¿cómo se dice? Trabajo con una importadora, right? Eh, de bebidas, pero no es nada, no tiene nada que ver con mi carrera, pero he desarrollado cosas que no pensé que iba a hacer, ¿no? Y ya después con el tiempo he encontrado un trabajo relacionado a mi carrera. Entonces creo que todo es con el tiempo y tómate el tiempo necesario que sea el tiempo que sea necesario para poder ver qué vas a decidir.
es que el
Porque
problema
no
es
es
que me han dado hasta mañana en la mañana. Y estoy así.
no, wow.
Y la entrevista a las 6 me ha fallado, así que me quería golpear porque quería escuchar las 3 ofertas para ver cuál iba a decidir.
Qué lástima.
Y estoy así
Trata de
como,
meditar esta noche. Qué lástima, en verdad. Yo digo que sigas a tu instinto. Siempre funciona. No es el mejor consejo, pero tampoco he pasado por una situación así tan estrecha, ¿no? Sí, he tenido tiempo para meditar y demás. Tómate esta noche, pedí el consejo de quienes en verdad te quieren, tus papás, por ejemplo.
sí,
Entonces, me avisas qué tal mañana te va. Espero que te vaya súper bien, Pau, y que puedas tomar la mejor decisión. Y en verdad te envío mucha buena energía. Right?
thank you, teacher.
All right, it's a pleasure. So I launched the poll. Can you please fill it? And that will be everything for today.
Okay.
Así que tómate las cosas con calma, no tomes a la rápida y espero que tomes la mejor decisión para ti, por cómo te vas a sentir. Right?
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Pao. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.